Want to sound more natural and precise in English? Sometimes all it takes is mastering a few key words. In the next few minutes, we're going to transform your vocabulary by deep diving into 3 powerful, everyday words: decline, delight, and depend. By the end of this lesson, you'll not only understand them, but you'll be using them with confidence. Let's begin. Our first word is decline. It's a verb with 2 primary meanings. First, it means to become smaller, fewer, or less. Jags. Think of a graph trending downwards. Second, it means to politely refuse an offer or invitation. This is a more formal and gentle way of saying no. Let's get the pronunciation right. It has 2 syllables. Decline. The stress is on the second syllable. Repeat after me. Decline. Excellent. Decline works well with other words. We often say politely decline, decline an offer, or decline an invitation. When talking about numbers, you might hear a sharp decline or a steady decline. Now for some examples. For beginners, he declined the job offer. Simple and clear. For an intermediate level, the company's profits have declined over the last year. And a more advanced sentence. Despite the initial enthusiasm, public support for the project began to decline, didn't it? A common point of confusion is decline versus refuse. Decline is softer and more polite. You decline an invitation to a wedding. Refuse is stronger and more direct. A child might refuse to eat their vegetables. Using decline often shows more social grace. For synonyms, when it means to go down, you can use decrease or diminish. The antonym would be increase or grow. When it means to say no, a synonym is turn down, and the antonym is accept. Let's practice. First, repeat this phrase: I must politely decline. Now fill in the blank. The manager had to the proposal due to budget cuts. The answer is decline. Great job. Next up is delight. This word can be a noun, meaning great pleasure or joy, or a verb, meaning to please someone greatly. The adjective form is delightful, which means charming or very pleasant. The pronunciation is delight. Again, the stress is on the second syllable. Listen closely. Delight. Your turn. Perfect. Common phrases include to someone's delight, a delight to see, or a delight to meet, and to be delighted with, or delighted that. Let's see it in action. As a noun, the surprise party gave her great delight. As a verb, the magician's tricks will delight the audience. And, using the adjective, we had a delightful trip to the coast. An advanced example. To the team's delight, their hard work paid off and they won the championship. Be careful with this common mistake. We don't say something is very delight. Instead, you can say it was a great delight if you're using the noun, or simply it was delightful using the adjective. Synonyms for the noun delight include joy and pleasure. Antonyms are disappointment or dismay. Time for a quick drill. Repeat after me. I'm delighted to hear that. Now, fill in the blank. The beautiful garden was to walk through. The answer is delight. Well done. Our final word is depend. This is a verb that means to rely on or trust someone or something. It can also mean to be controlled or determined by something else, often used with on. Let's say it together. Depend. The stress is on the final syllable. Depend. One more time. Great. Depend has a useful word family. Dependence is the noun for the state of relying on something. Independent is the opposite, meaning you don't need to rely on others. And dependable is an adjective for someone or something that is reliable and can be trusted. You'll almost always see depend followed by on or upon. For example, depend on the weather or depend on a friend. You can also say something depends if or depends whether. Let's look at some sentences. A simple one. You can depend on me. An intermediate example. Our picnic plans depend on the weather forecast. And for a more advanced structure, whether we finish on time depends largely on how well we cooperate. A key mistake to avoid is using the wrong preposition. It's never depend of. The correct form is always depend on, or the more formal, depend upon. Also, remember subject-verb agreement. I depend, but it depends. Ready to practice? Repeat this sentence. It depends on the situation. Now, your fill in the blank. For a successful team, members must be able to on each other. The answer is depend. Fantastic work. Now it's time for a quick quiz to test your knowledge. I'll show you a sentence. You choose the correct option or fill in the blank. Question 1. She had to the invitation because she was busy. The answer is decline. Question 2. The children watched the puppet show with. The answer is delight. Question 3. Our success on teamwork. The answer is depends. Question 4. Choose the correct word. The view from the top was, the correct word is delightful. And question 5. There has been a sharp in prices. The answer is decline. How did you do? Let's do a quick recap. Decline is to go down or politely refuse. Delight is great joy, or to cause joy. And depend is to rely on something or be determined by it. You've just leveled up your English vocabulary. The best way to remember these words is to use them. Try writing a sentence with each word in the comments below or in your personal practice journal. Use them today.